This is a time of actually drama and imbalance, regardless of what, the Libra represents. This is because full moons are a time in which your deep emotions come to the surface. It's a time of illumination, just like in the night sky. It's normally you can't see things, but at a full moon, everything is clearly visible. And so, because the moon represents our emotional life, then this is a time in which the truth comes out. And it could be palatable, it could be like some award or recognition or achievement. If that's the case, congratulations. Very happy for you. But it could also be a time of disappointment. It could be a time of crisis. It's a time of disagreement and of turbulence in general. Full moons are a little bit like a rave party. They're great when you're in them. People are dancing, singing, hugging, kissing, drinking, puking, whatever. But then the next morning, cleaning up is a pain. And when you look back, you just, regret so much of what happened and decide never again to do that. Have you been there? So, what about this full moon being in Libra then? Isn't Libra supposed to be like, oh, airy fairy, shallow, all of that crap that some astrologers will have you believe? Just look at what's been happening in the news and tell me if there's anything shallow about that. For example, the new voting law in Georgia. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below. Or the fact that, we are going to have the trial of the George Floyd killer starting tomorrow. And what about what's happening in Myanmar? Come on, I mean, all of those mass killings, the ruthless control that the government, is putting in place. Terrible, terrible news. But what do these events have in common? They're all about freedom, liberty, equality, fairness, consensus, harmony, humane treatment, understanding the other, seeing their point of view, respecting the other. Because it's a full moon and because of the planets involved, this is a time of great emotional intensity. So rather than a balance that you might expect from Libra energy, there's an imbalance. There are extremes. There is disharmony. There is a sense of real or perceived injustice. The goal of the full moon is to help us rebalance the situation, making peace or creating harmony, letting go what's not working, but not alone, as part of a pair, essentially, because it takes two to tango, and I'm going to say that again later on. Venus, the ruler of the full moon, is still in Cazimi, really. It's just coming out of this close encounter, this superior conjunction with the sun. And she is now officially an evening star, which lasts until the end of the year, by the way. Venus is more intense, more inward looking. Her ego is a little bit bruised. She's less sure of herself. She's more focused on, on the other more than herself, you could argue. So everything comes under close scrutiny, whether it's values, motivations, needs, the relationship itself, priorities, all of this is reassessed during this phase, and it started just now. And lo and behold, flaws and shortcomings are, up in our minds during this phase. Chiron is conjunct the Sun and Venus right now. We mentioned that everything seems to be at 8 degrees at the moment. And with Chiron involved, there's a resurfacing. There's a like old childhood wounds get like a knife stuck in, and they hurt. They're painful again. And with Chiron involved and activated, We've got feelings of inadequacy, of being unloved, unwanted, of not belonging, of being unappreciated, of being just different, too different, maybe not deserving even. And not only that, but we also have Uranus involved from 8 degrees of Taurus. And whenever there's Uranus involved, there's a kind of traumatic response, like a knee-jerk reaction and trauma that's vivid in our minds. So we feel anxious because there's a lot of uncertainty or disappointment, and things cannot be tolerated anymore. That's Uranus. And so we feel like we want to cut away. That's a typical Uranus response: cut away, run away, withdraw, become emotionally unavailable. Don't face the situation, just run away. This is Uranus, really. So this is not really a fun, light-hearted full moon. No way. This is big stuff. So how do we make the most of it? The good news is that we've got a grand trine in air at this full moon, which always talks about communication, connecting the dots, opening up, and building bridges. So Mars is currently in Gemini. Mars is the ruler of the sun, so very heavily involved in this full moon. In Gemini, Mars encourages us to be flexible, dynamic, open to change, open to discussion, and open to dialogue. Build bridges. This is what this Mars wants us to do through conversation. Exactly conjunct the lunar nodes of destiny, it's telling us that whatever actions we take right now as a consequence of this, or in consequence following this full moon, will have a significant impact over our life path, because this is like we've got to release some old patterns and old beliefs that are in Sagittarius, and we are moving towards a life of communication and openness and acceptance of different viewpoints, which is typical of Gemini. Saturn is also in an air sign. It's in Aquarius, and it's within orb of this full moon. It is square Uranus, like it will be for the rest of the year, and some of us feel that very strongly. But it is very supportive right now to whatever we decide to do at this lunation. And as ever, Saturn in Aquarius and in good aspect is here to help us make good, solid decisions that stick and that help us in the long term. It's here to help us commit to whatever we decide to do right now. And it's here to, tell us, yes, be cautious, don't do anything, rash. Put some plans in place, look at the risks, assess the risks, crystallize your options, and then make your move. But make sure that it's a move that will help you not just today, not just tomorrow, but for the next 10, 15 years, and so on. So Saturn is right behind us in this right now. And once again, in an earth sign, it encourages us to be objective, be open, communicate, involve the other person, and look at what, get them involved in any decisions as well. So what is the key lesson at this full moon? Well, it's clear by now, I'm sure, that the key message is it takes two to tango. We can't do this alone. It's not fair on us. It's not fair on them. We share responsibility in this. We both need to work towards a happier future, whatever that may be, or a happier relationship, a happier partnership, a happier work life, whatever it is. It's about working together to resolve this crisis. We've got to be active. This is a cardinal thing. We need to be proactive, go out there trying to fix what's broken and heal our wounds, heal whatever hidden blocks we've got going at the moment or in our lives. Not just at the moment, in our lives, because the lunar nodes are involved, and this is Chiron going back, and at least into your childhood. So remember, put in the effort, but it's not just you, it's the two of you. Nobody wins if you keep quiet. This is the thing about air signs. Don't keep quiet about it. Don't just swallow it and move on, or just cry in a corner. No, it's time to talk things through with somebody else, whoever else is involved. Ask for their help and share out the responsibility and who's doing what to make things better. It's about devising a way forward that works for both. This is the Libra, jointly, and they both commit to. It's about being respectful of your needs, of their needs, of your differences. And it's about maintaining a mature approach, in maintaining the dialogue going, keeping it going and open, committing to doing what's needed for the long term, and committing also to doing it with somebody else. Remember, always find win-win, find common ground, compromise, build bridges. So for Aries, it's telling us that this full moon is a moment of revelation for you in terms of how emotionally attached you are to a situation, a partnership, a relationship, or even just like a legal situation, a contractual arrangement. So let go of this emotional attachment, but not without talking it through, getting advice, or just, working through the issues together with the other person or party involved. For Taurus, this is all about work stress, and looking after your own health, your own good health. So there's something at work that just isn't working. It's time to devise a new approach, a new way of doing things, something more efficient. But it's not just all on your shoulders. It's it's jointly with somebody else, so with a colleague, your boss, or whoever, and you've got to jointly work on this and agree a plan of action that will help you be unstuck and also feel less pressure. Gemini, well, for you, this is about romantic dreams. So it's about getting on the hot date, setting the scene and having a lovely romantic evening with the other person, and allowing the other person to see how creative you are, so your true self. That sometimes you may hold back a little bit, but so celebrate who you are, your creativity, and what you bring to the world, and what your loves and interests and passions are, and you will see how wonderful this turns out for your relationship, for your special relationship. So enjoy. For Cancerians, this is a time of major clear out, whether at home, whether in terms of decluttering, whether in terms of DIY, it could be a good time for that, or just it's a time of letting go of family drama. You deserve to be happy at home, but it's not just your responsibility. Yes, it is your responsibility, but it's also somebody else's responsibility. So talk this through with them. Cancerians tend to kind of like not talk about things much, and perhaps sometimes expect the other to understand. No, this is an air sign, full moon. You got to let it all out. Talk openly, communicate your feelings. Let them know how you feel, but also let them know what would help you and what would help the relationship in general. Be upfront about it. Open up. Leo, now this is a time for you to open your heart as well and speak your mind. Not that that's ever, been a problem. So, but this is a perfect time for reaching out to somebody else and telling them how you feel about the situation. It could be write, call, post, just discuss how you feel, what your needs are, what's working, what's not working, how you see this developing, and what you will need to be able to help it flourish. It takes two to tango. It's not all all on you. Virgo, for you, money has been a source of great stress recently, lots of anxiety related to money. Ask for help. It's not all on your shoulders. There, it's a shared responsibility. So discuss this, see if there is something that the other person can do to help, and work through this together and devise a plan that you can both commit to together. Libra, this is a special full moon for you, of course. It's a full moon that lights up the your big important life stuff. So it's a watershed moment for you, and it's although it's been it's a little bit intense, it's also a time in which you have to learn to be assertive about what you want and what you need. So if there's something that isn't working for you, sit them down and with all respect, that you respect, and respectfully and considerately, just say that this is not working for you and that this is what you need instead, and see if they can help you with that. And if they can, trust me, they will do it. Everybody respects honesty, and if it's respectful and considerate, and it helps them help you. So help them help you, and enjoy. This is an important time for you. Scorpio, or Scorpio rising or moon. Now, turns out that this full moon has illuminated a big secret. A big secret is out. At least you know about it. It's been revealed. Only it's not the time to act on it. No, it's a time to actually do some introspection first and let it sink in, and just mull it over and see if, basically you need to sit with it a little bit, and maybe, discuss it with people that you trust, and see if they can offer a different perspective and help you work through this in your heart. And then soon there'll be time to actually do something proactive about this. But I think the key here is discuss it with a friend or with somebody really close to you that can help you put things into perspective. Sagittarius. Well, for you, this is about essentially letting go of friendships that don't work anymore, or perhaps a vision for the future that actually, maybe it's not really helping. It's not what you want anymore. So it's time to, discuss with other people how you feel, and see if there is a way forward that can help you both. But otherwise, it's probably time to let it go, move on. Capricorn, congratulations. This is a time of great success for you, great achievement, recognition. People appreciate you. You know it, and they tell you, and they thank you for all the hard work you always put in. And so enjoy it, open that bottle of champagne, whatever it is, and share your good fortune with a loved one or a dear friend. You're worth it. Aquarius, or Aquarius rising. Okay, this is about rigid thinking. This is something that does happen to this sign. Get stuck on some ideals. And, well, it's time to let go of outdated beliefs, outdated philosophy of life. This is a new world that we're in. I mean, after post-COVID, not even post-COVID yet, but this is a completely different world. It's not what we're used to before. So you've got to widen your search. You've got to discuss with somebody else, how the world has changed for you and what this means for you. Aquarius tends to get all these ideas, in their head, all along. No, this is time to share and develop a new set of beliefs with the help of somebody else. Will it be a new class? Will it be a new journey somewhere exotic? Will it be maybe something different, just a different way of living? Just try something new. Let go of what you've always done. Because you know what they say, if you always do what you've always done, you'll get what you always got. It's very simple. Pisces, or Pisces rising, or moon. Now, this is an especially vulnerable time for you. some uncomfortable truths are coming up, have come up, and you are working through them. This is painful, but pain helps us grow and evolve. Growth and success lie beyond our comfort zone, not within. So look at this uncomfortable truth in the face, maybe with the help of a friend or somebody close to you that you are very, very deeply connected with. Discuss this, and you'll be amazed at how you can remove some hidden blocks that have been there for a long time. So all the best for you. Now, this is it from me. Thank you for watching. I'm especially thankful to my Patreon supporters, Joanne, Diana, Karen, Kate. I love you, and I'm so grateful that you are supportive and patient with me. I've got some juicy current content there if you'd like to become a Patreon supporter. If not, if you'd like a reading, sparkastrology.com reading. Follow me here, please. Subscribe, get the notification so you never miss a video or a live event. And also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm Spark Astrology everywhere except for Instagram, where somebody got in before me, so I'm sparkastrology_com. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any Libra in your chart or any Aries, and let me know how this full moon has panned out for you. Much love.